Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. The South African singer Tyla has been making a big name for herself. Not too long ago, she released her debut self-titled album, and I like the album for what it is. It's a very easy listen. The songs were great to vibe to. It's definitely something I would drive to. I noticed some people did have some critiques for it because they felt like it was a bit redundant sonically. They felt like some of the songs sounded similar. And I can understand some of those critiques because a lot of the songs sounded like different variations of her hit song Water. So I definitely think the production was a bit safe and uninteresting. And it's not to say that it sounded bad. I thought it sounded good, but it wasn't super exciting to listen to because the production did lack versatility. And because of the lack of versatility, it did kind of make the songs a little forgettable, if I'm being honest. But that doesn't mean I didn't like it. I did like it. And I like the fact that Tyla made her sound a bit distinctive on this album because she mixed R&B with a mapiano and Afrobeat, and also she added these choir effects, and she had smooth vocals that reminded me a bit of Aaliyah at times, which makes sense because Aaliyah is one of Tyla's biggest inspirations. And it sounds good. I mean, it's easy to listen to. The lyrics are great. And I like the songs. I like the song Jump featuring Gunna and Skilla Bang. I think that song is going to be a hit. That should be her next single. And Breathe Me and Safer are two of the other ones I like. I pretty much like the whole album, to be honest. I think it's cool. I didn't have super high expectations like that, so the album didn't disappoint to me. I thought it was a decent debut, but moving forward, I do think she should diversify her sound. And I think eventually that's going to happen. I think that's what her label wants for her. I think they want her to follow the Rihanna blueprint. And she even expressed that she wants to be on Rihanna's level and she wants to go beyond Rihanna.
Who is your top five?
I obviously Michael Jackson, yes. Rihanna. I look up to Rihanna. She's done an amazing job, and I hope to one day be on that level and even bigger, you know?
Oh, yes.
Because I really believe.
Now, this statement might be deemed as a bit too ambitious, especially from Rihanna fans. I know Rihanna fans are like, girl, you are not going to be able to reach Rihanna's level. I mean, most artists can't. Rihanna broke too many records and she already cemented herself as a pop music legend. So it's a bit ambitious for Tyla to say that this early in her career, but I do see her being successful in her own lane. And I don't see anything wrong with her looking up to Rihanna because I think Rihanna is the blueprint for a lot of artists. And she's definitely Tyla's blueprint. Tyla said that Rihanna and Aaliyah are her biggest inspirations.
Who are some of the biggest influences in your music and in your career?
I would like to say Aaliyah and Rihanna. Yeah.
Two artists that inspired my music is Aaliyah and Rihanna. How do you not like Rihanna? Yes!
Who were some of the ones that inspired you early on?
Aaliyah. Rihanna was like, I just wanted to be her.
You got a favorite Rihanna song that comes to mind?
I really like California King Bed.
Okay.
Because I have like a memory attached to it. Like I just remember being small.
Yeah.
And asking my parents to just sit down and watch me perform the song. And I was just like putting on outfits and doing a whole performance for my family. And yeah, that song I love.
So Tyla has shown Rihanna a lot of love, and I think she looks up to her in particular because Rihanna was also a foreign-born artist who made a huge name for herself in the West and just all over the world. So I could understand why she would want to take Rihanna's path to success, but it's going to be a gradual rise for her. She's going to have to work hard. She's going to have to be consistent and make consistent hits. And she's going to have to put up those numbers. I mean, I did hear that her first week sales were around 20,000. Those are not exactly great sales, but she is an international artist. So typically international artists don't sell as much in the US. But I think once she releases other singles like Jump, which I believe is a hit, her sales will start to pick up. But she has a lot of work to do. If she wants to be on that Rihanna trajectory, she has to deliver. Now on to the next topic. Chloe Bailey recently previewed a new song and it's called Boy Bye. From the snippet, it sounds like it will be an up-tempo pop song and it does have an alternative feel to it. So it's definitely different from what she has done before. For the most part, when she would do up-tempo music, she would kind of mix it in with R&B, but this is very, very pop. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually like the sound of it. I think Chloe is trying to see what works for her and see what audience that she wants to appeal to, because right now her R&B music is not really connecting to the people like that. She released her song F Your Status not too long ago, and I like the song actually, but it didn't really make much noise. So now she's going back to pop, and I think she's trying to recapture the success that she had with Have Mercy. And I think this is actually a good transition for Chloe, even though it is a bit of a risk, because I know that her audience in particular might not gravitate to this sound, but I think Chloe does well with pop music. She especially does well when she's performing live. So I think she should definitely try with this pop sound, and she should try to rebrand a little bit. She should kind of move away from the whole vixen image and showcase the real Chloe. There's nothing wrong with being sexy sometimes, but there has to be a balance. Now I want to move on and talk about Lizzo. Lizzo's career has really quieted down ever since she was accused of having a toxic work environment. Several of her former employees and dancers came out and accused her of weight shaming them and harassing them and pressuring them into uncomfortable situations. It was a lot of different accusations, and Lizzo hasn't been able to get over that bad press. And she recently came out and said, "I'm getting tired of putting up with being dragged by everyone in my life and on the internet. All I want to do is make music and make people happy and help the world be a little better than how I found it. But I'm starting to feel like the world doesn't want me in it. I'm constantly up against lies being told about me for clout and views, being the butt of the joke every single time because of how I look, my character being picked apart by people who don't know me and disrespected my name. I didn't sign up for this ish. I quit." So Lizzo said that she's quitting music, and honestly, I think this is just a cry for attention. Nobody has been talking about Lizzo's music in a while, so her making a statement like this is kind of a way for her to drum up some publicity and sympathy, in my opinion. But unfortunately, nobody's going to take Lizzo seriously because they feel like she doesn't take herself seriously. She has kind of paraded herself around in unflattering ways, and she's so talented, so gifted, probably one of the most gifted artists in our generation, but she just carries herself like a joke sometimes. And I will say this, I do believe the way Lizzo looks does affect the way people look at her and treat her. They don't have as much grace for her. She's easy to pick at because of how she looks. And also, Lizzo has to kind of deal with the sobering fact that people never liked her like that to begin with. I think people liked what she represented. They liked the fact that she was pushed as the face of body positivity, but she never really had a fan base that rallied behind her, nor did she have people that really respected her as an artist. They kind of looked at her as a symbol or a mascot, so to speak, for body positive plus size women. But right now, a lot of things have shifted. We are in the Ozempic era. People are getting into their skinny bag. They want to be skinny legends, okay? Nobody's trying to embrace being fat. They want to unbig their backs. So with all that being said, I don't think the powers that be see a use for Lizzo anymore. She served her purpose when she was pushing the body positivity agenda, but there has been a shift and people have fallen off that train. So Lizzo's in a weird place in her career right now. And on top of that, the allegations against her have been very crippling. And these allegations haven't been proven just yet. She's still fighting it in court right now. So we'll just wait to see what happens with that. But here's what I think Lizzo should do. I think she needs to drop some of the gimmicks. I think she needs to come back with a whole new image. And I think she needs to lead with her music and her talent. She should forget all of the extra stuff and forget having to carry the burden of being the face of this campaign or championing this movement and that movement. I'm not saying that she has to be completely silent about things that she feels strongly about, but I am saying that she needs to stop getting behind certain movements just for the approval of other people. People can be very fickle. They can like you one day and hate you the other day. But one thing they can't deny is Lizzo's talent. And I think Lizzo needs to lead with that because people will respect her artistry and her talent in the end. So she just needs to focus on the music and also try to rebrand herself a little bit and distance herself from the body positivity shtick. Nothing's wrong with it, but that shouldn't be what her entire brand is built on. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.